Today's video will be on length and perimeter. Our learning goals for today are by the end of the lesson you'll be able to convert length measurements, you'll be able to calculate the perimeter of various 2D shapes, and you'll also be able to calculate side lengths which are unknown once you're given a perimeter. So one of our learning goals was converting length measurements, so we'll start off with that. Hopefully this is just a bit of a review for you though. So we'll start with the biggest, which is kilometres. So if you're going from kilometres to metres, you're going to times by 1,000 because there's 1,000 metres in a kilometre. And if you're going from metres to centimetres, you're going to times by 100 because there are 100 centimetres in a metre. That's a times symbol there. And if you're going from centimetres to millimetres, you're going to times by 10 because there's 10 millimetres in a centimetre. And if you're going the opposite way, so if you're going from millimetres to centimetres, it's a bigger unit, so you're doing the opposite of multiplication, which is division, so you're dividing by 10. Centimetres to metres, you're doing the opposite of times again, which is dividing, so you're dividing by 100. And metres to kilometres, you're dividing by 1,000. There we go. Okay, so we've got some worked examples here. So the first one, we've got 50 centimetres and we want to convert that to millimetres. So to go from centimetres to millimetres, because we're going from a larger unit to a smaller unit, we're going to multiply, and there's 10 millimetres in a centimetre, so we're going to multiply by 10, and that will leave us with 500 millimetres. For B, we've got 5.89 kilometres to metres. Again, we're going from a bigger unit to a smaller unit, so we are again going to multiply, and this time it's going to be by 1,000 because there's 1,000 metres in a kilometre. So 5,890 metres. And the last one, this time we're going the opposite way, so we're going from a smaller unit to a larger unit, so we're going to be doing division. So we've got 75,000 centimetres, and we're going to convert that to kilometres. So there's two ways that you could do this. You could divide by 100 to get it to metres, and then you could divide it by 1,000 to get from your metres to kilometres, or you can divide all together. And that will give you, what's that, move our decimal place, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0.75 kilometres. There we go. Okay. So now to work out perimeter. So perimeter is the shape, it's the distance around a closed shape. So the way we calculate perimeter is we find the sum of all the side lengths. So we add them all up together. When we're doing this, however, all of our side lengths have to be in the same unit. So for instance, they all have to be in centimetres or metres or kilometres, otherwise we can't add them up properly. So sides with the same type of marking, so the dashes, so you can see here this side that's labelled X has these two dashes, and this other side here does as well. That means they're the same length, so they both would have that same distance, so they would both be that distance of X. So if we were to calculate the perimeter of this shape below, we do perimeter, and it's the sum of all the sides. So we do X plus X, because that side also has the same markings, it's got the same two dashes, which means it's the same length, plus Y plus Z. So we're adding up all the sides together, and that will give us our perimeter. For this one, the best we can do is simplify that, so it's going to be 2x plus y plus z would be the perimeter of the shape below there. Okay, so we've got a worked example here. So we're going to calculate the perimeter of the following shape. So we've got a shape there, and you can see that our units are different. So this side says 6 centimetres and this side says 45 millimetres. Now, when you're calculating perimeter, we have to make sure the units are the same. So we're either going to have to convert it all to millimetres or all to centimetres. There's no right way or wrong way to do it. It's completely up to you. I'm going to calculate it all in centimetres, so I'll do 45 millimetres to divide that by 10, which will give me the answer in centimetres, is 4.5 centimetres. So this side is 4.5 centimetres. Now we have to work out all the other sides. This side has also got the same two dashes, so it must also be 4.5 centimetres. Now, this remaining side here, we can actually calculate its length by looking at these two lengths. So, this length that I'm drawing the line on now is 4.5 centimetres, and the one down the bottom is unknown. So, x here, but we know that 4.5 plus x have to equal 6 because the bottom sides are the same length as that top side, which is 6 centimeters. So 6 equals 4.5 plus x, and we just want to find x. So x equals 6 take 4.5. So x must equal 1.5. So this side here is 1.5 centimeters. Now, this side here, which I'm going to change my pen color so you can see it, this side here and this other side here together, their distance must be 4.5 centimeters because they're the same length as that other side. So when I calculate the perimeter, I know that those two sides will equal 4.5 when they're added together. It's not important to know which one's which, what exact distances they are. And I can't just divide 4.5 in half because they're not the same length. If they were, they'd have dashes. But I know together they must equal 4.5. So from here, I can just calculate my perimeter. So my perimeter is this side, which is 6 centimeters, plus this side, which is 4.5, plus this one side down the bottom, which is 1.5, plus this one here, which is 4.5. And these two sides, this one plus this one together, have also got to equal 4.5. So from there, I can type that all in my calculator, or you can do it in your head. So I've got 6 plus 4.5 plus 1.5 plus 4.5 plus 4.5. And that's 21 centimeters. So the perimeter equals 21 centimeters. There we go. Okay. So for our second worked example, we're going to find the unknown value in this triangle if the perimeter is equal to 19 centimeters. So we know the perimeter is the sum of all sides. So perimeter equals the sum of all sides. And we do know some of these values. So we know the perimeter is 19. We know that this side down the bottom here is 5 centimeters. So 5 plus each of those other sides, which are x, and they've got the same dashes, so they're the same length, so x plus x. So we can simplify that. So 19 equals 5 plus 2x, and then we can just use algebra to solve for x. So we're going to do take 5 from both sides. So 14 equals 2x, and then we're just going to divide by 2. So 7 equals x, so therefore the unknown sides are both, and we won't forget our units, so it's centimeters, so they're both 7 centimeters. And that's all there is to it. And that's the end of this video, so nice short and sweet one today. If you have any questions, please make sure you come and ask me.